Greetings, family. This is Barbara's last live for a time because he is not going to be here. He's going back overseas. But there was a question and there was a statement or information that we wanted to get in. But before we go on the question, I know I walked in the door and you had mentioned something about the Pope of Rome and the letter.
There are two things that popes have done that's been in the Catholic register. And if you're not a Catholic and you don't read the Catholic register, you ain't going to get no knowledge of it. See, the Pope Francis had sent a decree out to all of the Catholic monarchies all over the world that they must have all the Catholic funds in the Vatican Bank by September the 30th. And you know, September is the new month of all financial dealings.
Fiscal year.
The fiscal year.
The fiscal year for all financial business. And the Catholic own every piece of choice property in America. From California to New York, from New York to Texas, from Texas to Minnesota. They own every choice piece of property in America today. The Catholic deals with the IRS.
Hey, good brother. How you doing?
Like the Queen of England dealt with the Federal Reserve. You see, we thought they were governmental. And it's been a battle between the Queen and the Pope over the last few years about these finances and the order of this world. You know what I'm saying? So there's another thing. Go on and see if you can find the letter that Pope Francis wrote to President Obama in 2014, and you'll get a deeper understanding of the confusion that has been taking place between the Queen and the Pope, and how this death of the Queen at this cycle is going to affect us. Because when you're talking about the currency, see, I'm talking about, when I say currency, I ain't talking about money. I'm talking about energy.
The real currency.
The real currency on this earth.
Break it down.
You know what I'm saying? That affects everything. See, that currency sets things up and brings everything down. See, we got to realize we just left out of the currency or the energy of Nebuchadnezzar's image in Daniel. See, we were down to the iron and the clay, which is a metaphor for an age of confusion, an age of no unity. Because there ain't nowhere in the world you can put iron and clay and make it one.
Right. That's not mesh.
So it was in this age, there was never going to be no harmony and no unity. This was the age that we just came out of. So that's why you could have peace, war, no war, constant peace, constant war, constant something. Because that was the energy of the age. That was the last image of the toll of the Nebuchadnezzar image in the metaphor of the book of Daniel. See, if you can learn to read the metaphor, you can understand what's happening on this earth.
Right.
See, like they said, global warming. Man has not created global warming. It ain't no such thing as global warming. What you see today is the energy reset. Energy reset. See, every system has its time.
That's right.
And its cycle. And we're now out of the cycle of the Euro-Gentile, of the age of the iron and clay, and moving into the age of feminine energy. See, let me run to my car.
Okay.
Talk to Mike.
Okay.
And I want to show you the 800-pound gorilla in the room.
That's Baba. That's all Baba.
You got him started.
I had a sister reach out online, Farnessa, and she mentioned that she's recognizing that there's people out here who understand what's currently transpiring, but don't care, but are still, moving in the flesh, so to speak, or the tangible, or the money. But they fully understand the whole spiritual dynamic of it.
Well, you could say you understand, but if you know something, you must be it. To know is to be. So if you be something, that means you know it. So to be is to know, and to know is to be. If you know something and you don't be it, then you don't know it. Then you don't know it. You can say you do, but if you don't be it, you don't know it.
So that's an oxymoron.
Within itself, the conundrum is within you. If you know the truth and you won't walk in it, then you don't know the truth. To know is to be. To be is to know.
What about those who know but walk on the darker side, for lack of better words?
Well, they know the darker side, and that's what they're being. They know the darker side. So you will be what you know. That's what you will be.
See, this is a study that came out in Israel in 2010. It says how the first 9 months shape the rest of your life. Now, that's the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Why is it the 800-pound gorilla? Because the very man that the black woman hates, that's her creation. The very man that she hates came from between her legs. See, when that energy passed through that canal or that portal, he picked up all of that dust.
Hey, good bro. What's going on, bro? Just let me know if you need any help. Yes, sir.
And created the very thing that she is today groundbreaking as this or as that. But it says the first 9 months shapes the rest of your life.
That's probably the most powerful book on this stage. Really? Yeah.
So we got to have a talk. We got to sit down and talk.
So you saying we doing all this griping and complaining about the man, our brother, when all in all he is but a creation of our own.
Exactly what he is. Don't nobody want to talk about it.
Y'all hear that, sis?
That's the 800-pound gorilla that we got to talk about.
That reminds me of what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught. He taught that the work of reshaping and creating a new nation, 70% of all the work is having to be done to the woman.
Yeah.
The vast majority is the work we have to
You see,
do.
we didn't understand.
We took the solar observation.
Was that
we created a solar calendar, and the first book
the
that we created was a book of
melanated people,
That's this book right here.
or the carbonated people, didn't realize that we have been attacked through the womb. We look and have tried to free ourselves every place but through the womb.
You get the Torah.
If you change the womb
Constantine,
of the womb,
New Testament.
see, because there's 3 wombs that we got to address.
How much is it?
You got to address the heart womb,
All right, I'm gonna come back.
the heart womb,
But that's
the mental womb,
give you the timeline.
and the natural
See,
womb.
once you get the timeline straight in your head,
And we're locked into the 2, the natural womb and the heart womb. The heart womb being the ego,
and it don't give you no
you know what I'm
timeline.
saying?
Everybody.
So we exist between ego
Thank you, man.
and sex. And we run up and down that spectrum. And we are afraid to discuss it. We are afraid to talk about the womb because that's our lollipop. we escape a lot of the anxiety and frustration only for the moment during sex. You know what I'm saying? See, it's not a unifying energy. Sex is supposed to be a unifying energy, but it has become to us a frustration release. No unification, no oneness. You know what I'm saying? That was how that the flesh was supposed to unify and bond to create a energy of unity that the child would come forth through. But we created just the opposite. See, the European attacked us through the womb of the woman. And don't nobody want to discuss that.
I don't think we know. Because I find it when the children act up and the parents say, what is wrong with those children? What's wrong with them? But it's like, well, we're the producers.
Yeah.
We're the directors of the play.
Yeah.
You
write the play.
Yeah.
You direct the play. You produce the play.
And then when the play go awry, we looking around like, what happened?
You see, the child, when you look at your child, you're looking at all of your hidden anger, frustration, anger. That's what that child represents. All of your lies, deceit, all of that comes out through that child until you face to face for all of your hidden secrets.
Wow, that's real.
So that's the 800-pound gorilla that don't nobody want to address.
It's real talk.
You know what I'm saying? And we're in a season of it right now. This is the season of Armageddon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Armageddon is not a physical war like you were taught in the church.
That's right.
It said be in the middle of the sky. Where's the sky
That's
at?
right.
In your mind.
In your mind.
That's right.
Heaven is in your mind.
In your
right.
mind.
Hell is in your mind.
That's right.
See, we were taught like you were up there someplace, down here someplace,
right.
over there someplace. See, we've been controlled by a force that we have got to become knowledgeable of. Because everyone, we don't even think about when we react to something or we do something without thinking about it. What is that? What is that force that causes us to see and react to things that we don't react to consciously?
Yeah. And then the triggers, the self-accusing spirit.
Yeah.
We triggered by certain things that we hear.
So the black community is being paid. The book said, the metaphor said, I'll meet you face to face. I'll pay you face to face. All these hidden secrets and lies and frustrations, we're looking at it every day. When a teenager shoots another teenager. You know what I'm saying? When you throw stones at your own creation.
And what you do, you hide your hand, huh?
Hide your hand.
That's powerful.
And you hide your hand.
A lack of responsibility.
You hide your hand.
Yeah. Wow. Throw the rock and hide
And look
your
what happens
hand.
when you point the finger, though. You got three pointing back at you.
Yeah.
You got three pointing back at you.
Yeah.
We're so quick to point the finger. Come on, good brother.
Hey,
good
Mike.
brother.
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right. Yeah.
See y'all.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Always, always. You got three pointing back at you. You know. That what he just shared. And I was in the barber shop the other day, and the guy was in there boasting about the woman was here for him only. And she come from my rib. And I just asked him, barbershop crowd, he has an audience. I know it's his shop. I didn't want to get in the way, but I just couldn't let this thing continue on without me injecting some truth in there. I said, well, how did you get to this dimension, brother? He said, through my mother. I said, how did she get here? He said, through her. I said, now you gonna tell me that she's just here for you? and you ain't got no responsibility to her. She's just here for you. I said, I ain't seen you bring nothing into this dimension. For 9 months, she fed you, she nourished you, she gave you vibrations. She
You became
That's right. You became her. Her DNA.
If that's corrupt DNA, what is you?
Yes. You became her in her image.
In her image.
And likeness.
And likeness.
See, that's what we ain't talking about.
I know.
We got to
We don't
sit
talk about
down-
it enough.
We don't. Lord, we got to sit down and talk about this.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we got to understand what the Star of David meant.
Ooh.
See, the Jews understood that the Star of David represents the harmony and the unity of the masculine and feminine energy
That's right.
coming together at the heart chakra. And when they come together, they produce 20,000 more electromagnetic energy than any organs in the body. That's why you can die the brains and the heart will keep pumping.
Wow.
So it ain't no sickness, no disease on this earth or in your body that does not come from a heart problem.
Wow.
Everyone is in a heart disease. In cancer, all of them.
It's that they say that about breast cancer because they say breast cancer happens because the woman is holding something in her heart and her breast is closer to her.
You know why we have an obesity problem? Because we're holding in all our frustration. Ain't afraid to talk about it. They don't make it. Don't share your secret. Don't share this. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody. Don't talk because it'll make you look weak. No. See,
Come on with
in
that
order to heal, you have to let it out.
Yes,
Release.
you do. Yes, you do.
You got to
Yes,
let
you
it
do.
out.
Yeah, that's very important. That's
See,
the first step.
See, obesity is nothing but blocked energy. When you see a person that's overweight, he got a dark secret hidden that he don't want to open up to about. He was either molested, raped, traumatized, all of these little hidden things, and don't nobody want to say it. What it said in the book of metaphors, it said, open confession heals the soul.
That's heavy.
See, that's what we don't understand, and we don't want to talk about these little hidden things.
Yeah.
It's because if you've been programmed to think, it makes you weak.
Yeah.
No, that's a way of keeping you in prison by those little low thoughts.
Yes.
They keep you in prison that way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell them what you call the Bible again.
The book of metaphors.
So they get a fuller understanding.
The book of metaphors.
A book of metaphor and allegory.
An
son.
allegory.
I'm running into so many people who reject the book altogether. They just want to throw it in the trash, and they don't see any value in it whatsoever.
If you can't read metaphors,
Yeah. Yeah.
there is no value to you.
Yeah.
But once you learn to read the book of the metaphor and see that it's a book of creative energy within melanated people,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And Abraham, Isaac, even Jesus was an energy, a thought, a mental energy. See, we've made it literal.
Yeah.
Literal.
Yeah.
But I'm a fundamental Christian. You mean to tell me these things didn't actually take place? Even though there's no historical evidence of any of those things taking place.
No, I live in Israel and have been there for 51 years. And the Jewish Archaeological Society is still digging to try to find something that in Israel that corresponds to what's written in the Bible.
And it hadn't been that long ago. They found plenty of things in the ground that transpired prior to the Bible. So you can't use that as an excuse.
They ain't
That it's
talking
just
about
too
it.
old.
But the secret is that Israel is the heart chakra of there. The heart chakra. The
Okay,
high
well.
energy center of the world. That's the secret.
So them other folks knew that. This
They
is why
knew
they
it.
went
That's why
They captured that land.
It was a strategic location for it as well. Yeah, it was a very strategic location for it.
Yeah.
If you notice where it is at the top of Africa. It covers the bottom of Africa. It can go to the west. It can go to the east. It's very strategically worldwide.
Yeah, because when you think about it, once they made that agreement, they could have went anywhere they decided to go.
No
chose to go. Well, why there?
Yeah.
Whoever controls the center
There you go.
controls
The world. That's right. That's
and
right.
you see,
Baba creeping. One leg of my salon.
Oh, you got a big old smile on your way this morning.
Yeah, I'm here with the scholars. You know how that is.
Hey, brother Esau, how you doing, brother?
I'm all right, man.
you see,
And all the energy and the physical energy is in the house. So I'm just on cloud 10.
we don't understand. We don't understand the center, but they were telling us all the time that it was the center.
That it wasn't?
That it was.
That it was? Oh,
They
okay.
call it the Middle East.
The Middle East. Okay. Oh, never even put those two together. Wow. Okay.
The Mediterranean,
Mediterranean.
Middle Land.
Wow. Look at that. In plain sight.
Yes.
Plain view. But we didn't understand nothing.
I told you I was going to leave the premises after that went down.
See, what controls your body is the center, the heart. The heart is the center of energy.
Stay away from her.
Body. If the heart hurts, the whole body hurts.
Yeah.
The heart
Yeah.
hurts.
Yes.
And what has happened, because we as the people are suffering from heartache, the whole black community.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, don't go. But that meant.
Yeah, and I
that was
find
green
that
light
some
for
of
him.
us, when we don't understand it that way, we go into a pretend mode. It's all good, everything's fine. Just don't worry, be happy. But all in all, you it's a pretend
Yeah, we
way
have
of life.
mastered the art of alternate ego. Everybody pretending to be what they ain't. And then what the hard part about that is that they don't even know.
Yeah.
That they pretend.
Yeah, that's real talk.
They believe they really.
They think they
That's real.
really are being themselves.
Being themselves.
Well, that's the same thing what happened with the truth. The truth has become so taboo
Yeah.
that it hurts your feelings when you hear it.
Yeah.
So you're living
So I
in
don't
such...
even want- I don't even want you saying it.
You see,
Yeah,
I don't
because
even
you've
wanna hear it.
accepted the lie
Yeah, exactly. For so long.
so much as a part of you
Yeah.
that when the truth comes,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
actually are
That's what
offended.
critical race theory and all that stuff is about.
Deep.
You see, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ said, and everybody, I love my sweet Jesus. You a lie and the truth ain't in you. Because he said only the truth
Will set you free.
That's it.
Only.
Only the truth.
That's it.
Not falsehood.
No, he said truth.
Not a half a truth.
Not a half of truth. He said, and another thing he said, the kingdom of God is within you. So why do we
You
keep it?
mean, wait a minute, Baba. You mean to tell me the kingdom of God ain't in one of those big mega churches I see around here? The big mega churches that take up 2, 3, 4 blocks.
Yeah.
I thought the kingdom of God was in
One of
there.
these days, these 3 young
It's not in
men
there.
right here.
See, so that's the deception.
There go another young man right there.
Part of the lies we accept. That's true.
All right, good brother.
If anybody calls, we're going rest of the day.
Okay, no problem.
We'll hold your calls.
See, you be conscious. Watch all of the world leaders begin to make a transition. As this earth flips,
As it
you are
is.
hearing things now that wasn't even spoken of 5 years ago.
Not at all.
Correct.
Not at all.
Now, it's becoming common. You pick up YouTube, you see brothers talking about red pill, blue pill.
Yeah.
Because of the energy of, you see, they didn't break down the age of the Aquarius. Age of the Aquarius represent water. Water represents creation. And water also represents feminine energy. Out of that water, out of feminine energy, a whole new birth will take place. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, good brother.
See,
How you doing?
you see, our wombs have to be clean. They have to be washed. You know what I'm saying? See, we're going to have to combine the three wounds. The mental wound, the heart wound, and the physical wound. You know what I'm saying? We have become expert at exploiting the physical wound.
Yeah.
But we know nothing about the heart wound.
That's that lower chakra.
The lower chakra,
That lower vibrational energy.
lower vibration. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to stay low until that energy breaks through the heart to get to the mind.
Yeah.
It goes perpetually. There's one other thing, I got to go.
Okay.
This man right here, Niccolo Giovanni, this whole article is about black people that he saw in America in 1523. The first man to ever land a ship on North American soil. So, if you think you're African American, if you didn't came in the last 100 years over here, you ain't an indigenous American.
Been here.
Been here. You didn't know that they sailed you down the Mississippi River through the Gulf of Mexico up to North Carolina. Then they took a group from North Carolina down through the Gulf of Mexico and sailed you up the Mississippi and made you think you came from Africa.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. So what should we do in this time and so we know that we're in a transitional period currently? What should we be doing?
Follow your Jesus. Seek ye the truth so you can be free.
Yes, sir.
And he's out.
Yes, sir.
Michael, I'm gonna be back here.
Okay.
Don't you leave that
Thank
way.
you.
All right,
Thank you,
all right.
fellas.
I'll be right here. I'll be right here for you.
Here's some of the books that Mike has here for offer. Goes towards his non-profit organization. He has a media platform, Music Expose Radio, and some of the ways that they fund this platform is through things like this, fundraisers, you know, so books are one of them. As you can see, he, you know, can tell the mind of a man by his book collection, right? And so here's some of the books that are being offered here at Everlasting Life. And you can get them 7 days a week, and they switch up. They switch up. This was a really good book.
That's what I'm doing.
That one was also interesting. It's a quick read. I read that in a couple of hours. But it was interesting. So here's some. And then I got booted out today. Didn't I, doctor? But I don't mind whenever Wayne is in the house because he comes with the energy. So check him out. So he's set up here in my usual space. But come check out Wayne and all. Look at the energy is so high in this space today. And I'm telling y'all, these crystals
Right now.
be doing it. I'm like, whoa, I go to feeling. Sometimes I just come to his things and just, you know, feel them. Put them in between my fingers and feel them, and they just, you know, the energy is high, it really is. So here's some of his things he has for offer, and you can catch him on So do you. If you go to Instagram,
Well,
Wayne, oh hey, he is here. Prosperous Network.
Yeah.
Follow him on there. He does he's pretty active on Instagram, and he shares a lot of his new things that he offers and stuff. He does ship. He got all kind of stuff here. He ships any stone you can think of. He has, and even some of those rare stones that, you know, that'll cost you a little bit more than the typical ones. He has them. So come see Wayne. He's set up here today. I'm pretty sure this is going to be his last day because he's normally here just on weekends. Some weekends he swing through. So come see him. There's more. And he does all these by the works of his own hands. Self-creations. So, yeah. All right, family. That's all for us today. Thanks for tuning in. And share the message as always. It does us no good to just be a small few having this type of understanding amongst ourselves. We gotta get it out to the people. We gotta, because you know, we're all one, we're all connected, and we're only as strong as our weakest links, and we can't rise above the conditions of our own people. We can try, we can pretend, we can live the lie. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, it'll come right, meet us right there at our own doorstep. So share the information. Take care of each other out there. Hey, Darren. Peace.
I think there's some room in